Stop being so nice. Marcus Aurelius Stoicism. Welcome to Stoic in Your Life, where we delve into the profound wisdom of Stoicism to transform our daily lives. Today, we're exploring a topic that resonates deeply in our modern society. Stop being so nice. People-pleasing is a common trap that can lead to a loss of self-worth and identity, often stemming from low self-esteem, fear of rejection, or past traumas. Stoicism teaches us that true happiness comes not from external validation, like applause or accolades, but from living in accordance with our own nature and virtues. What are the ways you might be compromising your own values for the sake of others' approval? Let's discuss how we can shift from seeking external validation to strengthening our internal virtues. Share your thoughts in the comments as we dive into these life-changing teachings. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to join us on this journey towards a more authentic and resilient life with Stoic in Your Life. Let's get started. 1. How to understand people-pleasing. In our world teeming with expectations and societal pressures, the ancient Stoic wisdom beautifully encapsulates the necessity of not yielding to the temptation of pleasing everyone. One profound arena where this wisdom resonates is in understanding the complex psychology of people-pleasing. This behavior isn't merely about seeking approval. It's a deeply ingrained pattern where individuals prioritize others' happiness and validation over their own genuine needs. Rooted in psychological underpinnings like low self-esteem, fear of rejection, and sometimes more profound traumas, people-pleasing can emerge as a survival tactic or a detrimental habit. Many believe that dependency on others' approval is the sole pathway to feeling secure and accepted within society. Consequently, an overwhelming 95% of self-identified people-pleasers acknowledge the detrimental impact this trait has on their self-assurance. The Stoics taught us that external approval is not only fleeting, but also an unreliable source of happiness. As Epictetus once wisely stated, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." This underscores the importance of self-reflection over seeking external validation. People-pleasers often find themselves in a perpetual state of exhaustion, sacrificing their desires and opinions, which erodes their self-worth and identity. This fear of rejection is palpable and supported by social psychology, revealing that such individuals are more susceptible to social anxiety and depression, conditions that are intimately connected with low self-esteem. Why do so many persist in this cycle? The core issue is that continually negating one's own needs in favor of others is exhausting and self-destructive. The belief that one's value is contingent upon others' approval, "If I don't do this, they won't like me," is a perilous mindset in any relationship, whether personal or professional. This fear is not unfounded, as empirical evidence supports that people-pleasers are likely to experience greater social anxiety and sadness. To navigate out of this psychological maze, it is essential to apply the Stoic practice of focusing on what is within our control, our responses, and our attitudes. Modern life requires us to balance our need for acceptance with our intrinsic worth. By embracing Stoic principles, we can cultivate a life where our self-worth is not held hostage by the whims of others, but is rooted firmly in our rational and reflective response to the world. This approach not only liberates us from the chains of people-pleasing, but also guides us towards a more authentic and fulfilling existence. This deep-seated tendency to prioritize the happiness and needs of others above one's own can erode mental health and sabotage personal relationships. People-pleasing is often rooted in low self-esteem, an intense fear of rejection, or a profound need to be liked and accepted. It manifests as a reluctance to say no, guilt over asserting one's needs, a constant search for approval, and a habit of prioritizing others' desires even to one's detriment. Marcus Aurelius, a luminary of Stoic philosophy, once noted, "It's not the things themselves that disturb people but their judgments about these things. This insight is crucial for understanding why people-pleasing is not just an innocuous trait, but a significant psychological hurdle. Many who engage in this behavior do so because of deep-seated beliefs formed by past experiences or societal pressures that they must be accommodating to be valued. This often leads to increased stress, anxiety, resentment, and difficulty in forming genuine connections because the relationships are based on concession rather than mutual respect and understanding. To truly comprehend the roots of this behavior, one must delve into its causes. Fear of conflict, an overwhelming need for acceptance, and a shaky self-worth are often the culprits. These elements are frequently shaped by family dynamics during childhood or societal expectations that dictate a person's worth based on their compliance and agreeableness. The consequences of perpetual people-pleasing are far-reaching. It strains mental health, leading to heightened stress and anxiety, and it strains relationships through a lack of genuine connection and the absence of healthy boundaries. Understanding these dynamics is crucial for anyone trapped in the cycle of seeking validation through pleasing others. Breaking free from this cycle involves assertiveness and setting clear personal boundaries. It requires prioritizing self-care and challenging the deep-seated beliefs that underpin people-pleasing behaviors. Strategies such as affirming one's self-worth independent of others' approval, seeking support from trusted friends or therapists, and practicing self-compassion can be transformative. Seneca's words echo through the ages. As long as you live, keep learning how to live. Applying this to overcoming people-pleasing, it becomes clear that learning to prioritize oneself is not an act of selfishness, but of self-respect. By understanding the triggers and patterns of people-pleasing and actively working toward establishing healthier relational dynamics, individuals can forge more authentic connections and lead more fulfilling lives. Ultimately, the journey away from people-pleasing is not just about changing one's behaviors, but transforming one's perspective on self-value and interpersonal relationships. It is about embracing the Stoic belief that peace comes not from external validation, but from internal resilience and self-acceptance. This transformative approach not only alleviates personal suffering, but also enhances the quality of one's relationships, paving the way for a more authentic and satisfying life. 2. What Stoics say about being real. Stoic philosophy, a robust school of thought from the Hellenistic era, teaches that true happiness is found through living in harmony with nature and cultivating personal virtues. According to this ancient wisdom, moral virtue stands as the sole embodiment of good, while moral vice represents the only form of evil. All else, wealth, health, and even the opinions of others, holds no inherent moral value. This foundational Stoic belief underscores the importance of authenticity and living a life aligned with one's rational and social nature. The Stoics argued that authenticity arises from living according to reason, which is consistent with our nature as rational beings. They advocated for focusing on personal values rather than seeking external approval, suggesting that this leads to a stable and serene mindset. This inward focus is essential for fostering personal integrity and self-respect, which are often compromised when we live primarily to satisfy others or conform to their expectations. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, in his personal writings and meditations, offers profound insights into adhering to Stoic principles. He stresses the importance of self-reflection and personal accountability, famously stating, "You have control over your mind, not outside events. Understand this, and you will be strong." This powerful quote highlights the Stoic belief that true strength and authenticity stem from controlling our own actions and reactions, rather than attempting to influence how others perceive or respond to us. Epictetus, another seminal Stoic thinker, also emphasized authenticity in his teachings. He advised his students to concentrate on their own actions and decisions, which are within their control, rather than on uncontrollable events or the opinions of others. His straightforward directive, "If you want to be a writer, write," captures the essence of Stoicism's commitment to action, based on internal values rather than external validation. Epictetus encouraged his followers to define themselves through their deliberate choices and actions. This philosophy supports the Stoic view that to be genuine is to live by one's ideals and to act rationally. Stoicism also teaches that the pursuit of virtue should be constant and resolute, regardless of the pressures or circumstances we face. This journey involves cultivating qualities like wisdom, courage, justice, temperance, and courage, all of which contribute to a truthful and authentic life. For instance, Stoic courage is not just about bravery in battle, but also about having the courage to remain true to oneself when others may wish for us to conform. Justice, within the Stoic context, includes treating others fairly and getting along with them, but it also involves staying true to oneself and not compromising on important principles. Stoics believe that living in harmony with nature also meant being receptive to what life presents and leading a life guided by virtue, which enables individuals to achieve greatness by aligning their actions with their true nature. But Stoicism's call for authenticity goes beyond mere honesty. It's about aligning our lives with the deep-seated principles that dictate a well-lived life. Historical figures like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus didn't just advocate for a superficial alignment with personal truth. They called for a profound commitment to the rational and virtuous path intrinsic to our nature. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This powerful sentiment underscores the Stoic belief that true empowerment and authenticity come from within, not from our circumstances or the perceptions of others. By adopting this Stoic mindset, we can stop trying to please everyone, a behavior that often dilutes our essence, and start cultivating our own virtues. This shift not only benefits us on a personal level but also enriches our communities by fostering interactions based on genuine virtue and mutual respect, rather than on seeking approval. Stoicism teaches us the importance of accepting reality as it is, not as we wish it to be. This acceptance enables us to focus on what we can change and improve upon, rather than lamenting over unchangeable circumstances. The cultivation of inner virtues such as wisdom, courage, justice, and moderation is central to living authentically according to Stoic principles. By embodying these virtues, we align our lives with our true goals and ideals. Moreover, Stoicism emphasizes building a resilient character that can withstand life's challenges by prioritizing virtue over external conditions. A key Stoic teaching is the detachment from outcomes that are beyond our control. Stoics advocate for maintaining inner peace by distancing ourselves from outcomes dependent on external factors like wealth, fame, or the approval of others, and instead finding joy and contentment within ourselves. In embracing life's impermanence, Stoicism also teaches us to appreciate the present moment and prepare for future challenges by accepting that everything is temporary and subject to change. This philosophy asserts that to live in harmony with nature, we must align our actions and thoughts with the universe's fundamental principles. Recognizing our interconnectedness with everything around us and acting in a morally sound manner allows us to find deeper meaning, purpose, and happiness in life. So, how can we apply these Stoic principles to modern life? Consider a scenario in which you're faced with professional pressure to conform to certain norms that conflict with your values. Stoicism would guide you to remain true to your principles, advocating that genuine success comes from internal satisfaction and virtue, not merely from accolades or achievements recognized by others. As we reflect on these teachings, I encourage you to ask yourself, are you living in a manner that's true to your deepest values and principles? How might your life improve if you were to focus more on developing your virtues rather than seeking external validation? By exploring these questions and considering the Stoic approach to life, we can aspire to lead lives characterized by authenticity, wisdom, and inner peace. The practice of Stoicism involves daily self-reflection, where one assesses their thoughts, actions, and even creative pursuits. This process helps individuals ascertain whether they are living in accordance with their values and what adjustments may be necessary to maintain that alignment. Stoicism encourages us to focus on developing our own virtues rather than being driven by external validation. By embracing this approach, we not only become more genuine, but also enhance our relationships and communities through honesty and helpfulness. Let's think about how these teachings apply today. Picture a modern professional navigating a competitive workplace where conforming to collective norms often seems like the only way to advance. How might Stoic principles empower them to maintain their integrity and personal values amidst such pressures? And how might their adherence to authenticity influence their sense of fulfillment and success? By embracing these Stoic ideals, we not only lead lives that are true to ourselves, but also foster environments where authenticity and virtue are valued over superficial achievements or external approval. This is a call to reflect on your own life. Are you living in alignment with your deepest values, or are you swayed by the expectations of others? How can adopting a Stoic approach to authenticity lead you to a more fulfilled and principled life? Let's discuss these questions and explore the timeless relevance of Stoicism in fostering a life of true authenticity and virtue. 3. What happens when you're not real? Living inauthentically, where you constantly cater to the expectations of others at the expense of your own values, brings about not just a loss of self, but also significant stress and anxiety. How often do you find yourself lying awake at night, replaying conversations in your head, worrying whether you said the right thing to keep the peace or make someone happy? This perpetual state of concern stems from the exhausting need to decipher and conform to what others expect from you. This burden, when carried day in and day out, can be incredibly draining both mentally and emotionally. Stoicism, a philosophy that values living in accordance with one's true nature, offers profound insights into why and how this dissonance affects us. The first consequence is often a loss of self-identity. It's far too easy to forget who we are when we're constantly trying to meet others' expectations. Take, for instance, the story of a dedicated employee who, in striving to fulfill every expectation of her boss, neglects her own career aspirations and well-being. Over time, she might find herself unsure of what she truly wants from her career, having habitually postponed her own goals. Does this resonate with you? Have you ever found yourself sidelining your dreams to align with someone else's vision, perhaps without even realizing it? Marcus Aurelius, a wise Stoic philosopher, cautioned us against such behaviors, emphasizing that a person in harmony with themselves is also in harmony with the universe. When we disregard our true nature to appease others, we lose not only our identity, but also clash with the cosmos, which thrives on rationality and order. Every time we deny our true selves, we distance ourselves from the essence that connects us to the larger scheme of existence. This detachment manifests in both our professional and personal relationships, prompting us to reflect deeply. What do I truly value? What interests me? Am I acting to be liked, or am I being true to who I am? Remember, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Reclaiming our true selves involves more than just seeking happiness. It means living in harmony with nature, leading to a virtuous and fulfilling life. This journey towards authenticity helps us piece together our fragmented identities, resulting in a more genuine, peaceful, and ultimately successful existence. Think about the trust lost in relationships when we alter our actions and words to please others. Consider a friend who always agrees with you, never challenges you, and seems to echo your opinions, even though you know they hold different views. Over time, might you start questioning the sincerity of their agreement? How can you truly trust someone when their concurrence seems just a facade? Epictetus, another staunch proponent of Stoic wisdom, famously said, "If you want to be loved, love." Authentic relationships stem from mutual respect and genuine interactions, not from contrived exchanges of favors or compliant nods. When sincerity is absent, relationships begin to deteriorate. People feel manipulated rather than valued, leading to distrust and weakened bonds. Imagine a workplace where a manager always praises their team's ideas regardless of their viability. Initially, this might seem to foster a positive environment, but it could soon lead the team to question the manager's discernment and honesty. Is indiscriminate praise truly a mark of effective leadership? Stoic philosophy resoundingly argues that it is not. For a truly contented life, we must forge relationships based on trust and open communication. So how do you connect with others? Marcus Aurelius challenges us to introspect. Are you expressing your true thoughts and feelings, or merely what you think others want to hear? By committing to sincerity in all our interactions, we not only enhance our relationships, but also cultivate a life marked by peace, happiness, and profound satisfaction. Let sincerity be the cornerstone of your interactions and watch as your relationships evolve into genuine partnerships characterized by mutual respect and honesty. Now I turn the question to you. Are you living a life true to your values, or are you molding yourself to fit the expectations of others? How might your life change if you chose authenticity over approval? Over time, this compulsion to never say no, driven by her dread of potential conflict, leaves her perpetually tired and tense. It's a vivid illustration of how living to please others can diminish our own quality of life. The Stoic philosophers had a profound insight into this dilemma. They observed, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." This is particularly true for those who prioritize the approval of others above their own well-being. Such individuals are frequently motivated by a deep-seated fear of rejection and confrontation. Pleasers, or those who habitually put others' needs before their own, constantly subject themselves to immense stress, which can manifest in various detrimental ways. Marcus Aurelius, a revered Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, offered wisdom that speaks directly to this issue. He said, "It is not events that disturb people, it is their judgments concerning them." By doing so, one can begin to reduce the self-imposed pressures that come from living in a way that's incongruent with one's true self. So, how often do you compromise your own needs to avoid discomfort or disapproval from others? Do you find that this strategy actually reduces your stress in the long term, or does it lead to greater anxiety and exhaustion? Stoicism teaches us that by embracing our authentic selves and accepting that we cannot control others' reactions, only our own responses, we can lead a more serene and fulfilling life. Let's reflect on this together. What steps can you take today to start setting healthy boundaries and live more authentically? By considering this, you could not only improve your mental and emotional well-being but also strengthen your relationships through honesty and respect. Embracing this Stoic wisdom could be your first step toward a life where you're not only less stressed but also more true to yourself. If you've made it this far, you're clearly ready to embrace your authentic self. Drop a comment saying, "I choose authenticity," to show you're committed to this Stoic journey. Don't go anywhere. Stick with us. The next part of our video will truly open your eyes. Join us as we continue to explore the profound wisdom of Marcus Aurelius and Stoicism. 4. Stoic ways to boost your confidence. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control and to let go of what we cannot, a principle articulated by Epictetus, who famously stated, "Some things are in our control and others not." By truly understanding and embracing this distinction, you can significantly reduce stress and enhance your confidence. Begin by assessing your life. How much time do you spend fretting over the uncontrollable, like the weather, traffic, or your boss's mood? Reflect on how this affects your emotional and mental well-being. By redirecting your focus towards areas where you can make a difference, such as your effort, attitude, and the honesty you bring into your interactions, you transform your approach to life from one of reaction to one of action. This shift not only secures a stronger sense of self, but also empowers you to navigate life's challenges more effectively. Marcus Aurelius, another stalwart of Stoic thought, provides a compelling call to action with his words. Don't waste time arguing about what a good man should be. Be that man. Take this to heart and start today by identifying an aspect of your life you've unsuccessfully tried to control. Shift your focus instead to something within your power to change or improve. This practice not only reduces anxiety, but also equips you with the tools to lead a happier and more confident life. Accept what you can control, release what you can't, and watch as your life transforms into a journey marked by peace, happiness, and success. Stoicism, founded in Athens by Zeno of Citium in the early 3rd century BC, not only promotes self-confidence but also teaches the value of focusing on actionable elements in our lives, accepting the immutable, and strengthening our internal fortitude. By adopting Stoic principles, you can cultivate a robust sense of self-assurance and maintain composure even in the face of life's adversities. The philosophy places great emphasis on the cultivation of virtues such as justice, temperance, wisdom, and courage, rather than seeking external validation from fleeting sources like wealth or status. True confidence arises from living in accordance with these virtues, independent of others' opinions or societal pressures. Another fundamental Stoic practice is the acceptance of external events. Stoics recommend maintaining calm in the face of life's unpredictabilities that are beyond our control. When we accept that we cannot govern every circumstance, we free ourselves from unnecessary worry and self-doubt. Learning to adapt and address challenges with equanimity naturally boosts our confidence. Moreover, Stoicism encourages the practice of negative visualization, a technique where one contemplates potential worst-case scenarios. This method prepares us to face our fears and manage difficulties by envisioning them beforehand, which bolsters our resilience and self-assurance. By integrating these Stoic practices into your daily life, you are not merely surviving, you are thriving. Stoicism doesn't just prepare us for the hard times, it arms us with a mindset equipped to extract the most from the good times. So I ask you, what steps will you take today to apply these age-old wisdoms to modern challenges? How will you adjust your focus to enhance your confidence and lead a life aligned with Stoic virtues? Let's embark on this journey together, fostering a life of virtue, confidence, and profound inner strength. 5. Focus on what you can control. When we confront our fears and consider the worst outcomes, they begin to lose their grip on us, allowing us to gain confidence in our capacity to endure hardships. Stoicism teaches us to embrace the present, maximizing our engagement with the here and now, which is the only time we truly have at our disposal. Imagine channeling your energies into the actions that truly matter, the tasks at hand, rather than being haunted by past regrets or future anxieties. This active engagement in the present not only enhances your effectiveness, but also boosts your self-confidence. Stoicism invites us to accept discomfort and failure, not as obstacles, but as opportunities for growth. Every setback is seen as a lesson, every difficulty as a chance to strengthen our character. This perspective shifts how we view challenges. Instead of dreading them, we see them as chances to develop resilience and prove our capabilities. Consider this. How often do you find yourself worrying about factors beyond your control? How might your life change if you redirected that energy into areas where you can make a real impact? By adopting this Stoic mindset, you cultivate a robust inner strength, rooted in the knowledge that you are living according to your principles and reacting constructively to the world around you. This shift in perspective is crucial for building true confidence, not the kind predicated on external validation or favorable outcomes, but a deep-seated self-assurance that comes from knowing you are living true to yourself and capable of handling whatever life throws your way. By integrating Stoic principles into your life, You build a resilience that doesn't just prepare you for tough times, but also enriches your everyday experiences. This approach doesn't promise an easy life, but it does offer a more fulfilled and confident life, grounded in the reality of the present and your own potential to influence it. Embracing Stoicism isn't about diminishing the difficulties you face, but about magnifying your capacity to deal with them. It's about finding your power in the places where you truly have influence, fostering a life not of constant happiness, because no philosophy can promise that, but of consistent growth, peace, and resilience. Remember, it's not the challenges that define us, but how we respond to them. Let this Stoic wisdom guide you to a more empowered and confident life. 6. Do good things and be honest. This philosophy holds that possessing strong morals such as integrity and honesty equips us to navigate difficult situations with resilience and moral clarity. What kind of transformation would that bring to your self-perception and your interactions with others? Seneca, a Stoic philosopher, beautifully articulated this when he said, "A person's worth is measured by the worth of what he values." This suggests that by prioritizing virtue and conducting ourselves with sincerity, we naturally elevate our sense of self-worth. Consider the dilemma faced by a business leader deciding whether to cut corners for profit or to uphold ethical standards, even if it means higher costs in the short term. Choosing the latter, the leader not only preserves their reputation, but also fortifies trust, reinforcing their commitment to doing what's right. Marcus Aurelius, another revered Stoic philosopher, encapsulates this ethos in his guidance. Do the right thing and the rest doesn't matter. Let this principle guide your actions. Reflect on aspects of your daily life that could benefit from greater integrity. Perhaps being more truthful in your communications or more equitable in your decisions. Committing to these virtues not only cultivates a profound and enduring trust within you, but also enhances your life and positively impacts those around you, creating a cascade of goodwill. Believe that by practicing virtue and integrity, you lay the foundation for a life filled with peace, happiness, and success. Demonstrate your values through your actions and live confidently. Upholding morals such as honesty and altruism is crucial for personal development, nurturing healthy relationships, and fostering a functional society. When we prioritize honesty and kindness, we not only improve our self-esteem but also inspire others to emulate these behaviors. When we confront challenges with honesty and uphold our ethical standards, we not only preserve our character but also emerge from these trials stronger and more grounded. Imagine the clarity that comes from being honest. It simplifies complex situations and illuminates the path forward, providing us with the courage and conviction to tackle problems head-on. This straightforward approach demystifies our choices and actions, offering a straightforward template for handling life's inevitable challenges. Moreover, living by the principles of honesty and virtue sets a powerful example for others. Whether as parents, teachers, leaders, or friends, our actions significantly influence those around us. By committing to these ethical standards, we foster a culture of honesty and kindness that benefits everyone involved. It's about setting a precedent that not only guides our own behavior, but also inspires and encourages others to adopt similar values. Now consider this. How often do you find yourself at a crossroads choosing between the easy path and the right path? How do your choices influence those looking up to you or those looking to you for guidance? The impact of our decisions extends beyond our immediate concerns and touches the lives of others, shaping their perceptions and potentially their actions as well. Being honest and engaging in acts of kindness are not just noble paths, but essential ones for anyone seeking a truly rich and rewarding life. By adhering to these principles, we enhance our own well-being and contribute positively to the lives of others. Through such actions, we create a ripple effect of goodwill and integrity that can transform communities and societies. But let's dig deeper. What does it mean to live honestly and to do good consistently? It means every interaction and every decision is an opportunity to reaffirm our commitment to these values. It means that even when faced with adversity, we choose the path that aligns with our deepest principles. As Marcus Aurelius himself said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." This call to action challenges us to not only define our values, but to live them daily. So, as we consider the influence of Stoic philosophy on modern living, we must ask ourselves, are we making choices that align with a life of honesty and goodness? How can we ensure that our actions not only reflect our values, but also enrich the lives of those around us? By embracing and practicing the Stoic virtues of honesty and goodness, we pave the way for not just personal satisfaction, but for the betterment of our wider community. In closing, let us reflect on how we can more deeply integrate these timeless virtues into our everyday lives. How will you implement the principles of honesty and goodness today? And what impact do you hope to see from these changes? The journey towards a virtuous life is continuous and demands our conscious effort and dedication. Let's strive to embody these ideals, knowing that our individual efforts contribute to a collective well-being and a more virtuous society. 7. Do some daily reflection. The power of daily reflection lies in its simplicity and profound impact on how we perceive and interact with the world around us. It doesn't require extensive time. Just a few focused minutes can significantly shift your mindset and actions. Consider setting a specific time each day for reflection, whether in the serene early morning hours, the quiet of the evening, or a peaceful moment during your day. Establishing a consistent routine is vital. Regular introspection not only develops into a habit but also integrates this practice as a natural part of daily life. Start with a moment of gratitude. Reflecting on what you are thankful for cultivates a positive mindset and a sense of fulfillment. As Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher-emperor, once wrote in his Meditations, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." His words remind us to cherish and contemplate our daily experiences and our capacity for personal growth. Set your intentions for tomorrow. Planning ahead can include tasks to accomplish, new mindsets to adopt, or issues to address. Writing down your reflections can enhance this process, whether in a journal, through meditation, or discussion with a trusted friend. Remember, the goal is growth, not perfection. Embracing daily reflection, as endorsed by Stoicism, is a profound tool for aligning your actions with your virtues. For instance, a manager might ponder daily on her leadership approach, considering if she was both kind and assertive, or if she provided her team with constructive feedback and necessary support. Such reflections allow her to recognize her strengths and areas for improvement. Daily reflection not only heightens awareness of your actions, but also builds resilience and a stronger character. This practice lets us celebrate our successes and face our shortcomings with courage, paving the way for continuous personal evolution. The power of daily reflection lies in its simplicity and profound impact on how we perceive and interact with the world around us. It doesn't require extensive time. Just a few focused minutes can significantly shift your mindset and actions. Consider setting a specific time each day for reflection, whether in the serene early morning hours, the quiet of the evening, or a peaceful moment during your day. Establishing a consistent routine is vital. Regular introspection not only develops into a habit, but also integrates this practice as a natural part of daily life. Start with a moment of gratitude. Reflecting on what you are thankful for cultivates a positive mindset and a sense of fulfillment. Finally, set your intentions for tomorrow. Planning ahead can include tasks to accomplish, new mindsets to adopt, or issues to address. Daily reflection not only heightens awareness of your actions, but also builds resilience and a stronger character. This practice lets us celebrate our successes and face our shortcomings with courage, paving the way for continuous personal evolution. 8. Navigating emotional independence with Stoicism. Stoicism, a philosophy deeply rooted in the wisdom of thinkers like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca, teaches us that true contentment originates from within. This philosophy champions the vital practice of cultivating emotional independence, developing an inner resilience that empowers us to embrace life fully without being excessively dependent on others for our happiness. Marcus Aurelius himself said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This powerful insight lays the groundwork for emotional self-sufficiency, urging us to take control of our reactions and emotions instead of being at the mercy of the unpredictable whims of others, which often leads only to instability and dissatisfaction. To cultivate such resilience, the Stoics encourage us to delve deeply into understanding our emotions, recognizing them as reactions to our personal interpretations and judgments rather than direct outcomes of external events. For instance, when criticism comes your way, instead of reacting with hurt or anger, why not see it as an opportunity for self-improvement? Assess the feedback objectively. What can you learn from it? How can it help you grow? This shift in perspective is crucial as it diminishes emotional turbulence and fosters a balanced response to life's challenges. Consider Sarah, a project manager whose team often critiqued her approach. Initially, she found herself feeling defensive and stressed. However, by applying Stoic principles, she began to see these critiques as opportunities for professional development rather than personal attacks. Over time, this not only improved her skills, but also her relationships with her team, as they came to respect her openness to growth and change. Her story exemplifies the Stoic belief in building relationships based on mutual respect and understanding, rather than emotional dependency, forming bonds that enrich our lives rather than drain us emotionally. Moreover, Stoicism introduces us to amor fati, the love of fate, which encourages us to embrace whatever life throws at us, viewing every circumstance, no matter how challenging, as something beneficial. This acceptance enables us to thrive under any conditions, boosting our emotional independence and overall well-being. By focusing on our actions and reactions, and not being swayed by external factors, we maintain our path aligned with our true selves. So, how can you apply these principles to become more emotionally independent? Start by examining how you react to daily events. Are you giving external circumstances the power to dictate your happiness? Can you find an aspect of growth in every challenge you face? Reflect on these questions and consider sharing your thoughts or experiences in the comments below. The journey to emotional independence is not about severing social ties, but about fortifying your inner strength to engage with the world more wholly and authentically. As we strive to embody the virtues of Stoicism, we not only enrich our own lives, but also contribute positively to those around us, fostering a community grounded in respect and mutual growth. Let us take to heart the lessons of Marcus Aurelius and Seneca to cultivate a life of contentment, resilience, and true independence. 9. The Stoic art of saying no. Learning to assertively say no is a valuable life skill deeply rooted in Stoic wisdom, a philosophy that teaches us about the strength in self-control and personal integrity. This isn't about being uncooperative or selfish. Rather, it's about respecting your own boundaries and not stretching yourself too thin just to please others. As Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, wisely pointed out, it's not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor. This profound insight applies directly to our own commitments and the unrealistic demands we sometimes accept at the cost of our well-being. When you choose to say no, you're not just declining an offer or request. You're actively taking control of your life and aligning your actions with your true capabilities and values. This decision empowers you to focus on what is genuinely important, thereby enhancing your authenticity and effectiveness in every aspect of life. The Stoic principle of self-control and discipline is crucial here, as it supports the ability to evaluate your priorities and make decisions based on reason rather than impulse or external pressure. So, how do you start practicing this Stoic art of saying no? Begin by taking a close look at your current commitments. Reflect on whether each activity or request truly aligns with your values and long-term goals. If it doesn't, it might be time to decline politely. Remember, saying yes to less important things means saying no to what matters most. Reducing commitments that don't align with your values not only lowers stress, but also clears space for pursuits that genuinely enrich your life, thus enhancing your overall quality of life and personal fulfillment. Moreover, mastering the art of saying no can significantly improve your relationships. By establishing clear boundaries, you avoid potential resentment and foster a dynamic of mutual respect and honesty. This clarity in communication allows others to understand and respect your limits, promoting a culture of understanding and mutual respect. Think about this. How often have we agreed to things just to avoid conflict or to be liked, only to feel overwhelmed and underappreciated later? I encourage you to reflect on your current practices. Are there areas in your life where you feel stretched too thin? What could you gain by saying no more often? Engage with these questions and feel free to share your thoughts or experiences in the comments below. This conversation could be the first step towards reclaiming your time and living a life that truly reflects your priorities and values. Remember, every decision to say no is also a decision to say yes to something potentially more meaningful. Let's embrace the wisdom of Stoicism to enhance our lives by focusing on what truly matters, fostering not just personal satisfaction, but also contributing to healthier and more honest relationships. Reflect on the topics we have discussed above, and if you find value in the stories and lessons shared, please like and share this video with your friends and family. Your support not only helps others find peace and new directions in life, but also enables our channel to continue delivering content that fosters growth and understanding each day. Stay tuned as we unveil secrets that you won't want to miss. 10. The role of virtue in personal success. In the bustling maze of modern life, where success is often measured by the flashiness of one's achievements or the size of one's bank account, Stoicism brings us back to the core of what truly matters: the pursuit of virtue. This ancient philosophy, championed by the likes of Marcus Aurelius, teaches us that real success is not about what we acquire or achieve externally, but how we live and lead internally. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one, Marcus Aurelius once famously said, encapsulating the Stoic belief that virtue itself is the highest form of success. Stoicism defines virtue as comprising 4 cardinal traits: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Each of these virtues plays a critical role in crafting a life of deep fulfillment and integrity. Wisdom, the art of making informed and ethical decisions, equips you to navigate life's complexities with clarity and purpose. Courage empowers you to confront fears and take calculated risks, essential for personal growth and overcoming life's inevitable obstacles. Justice involves treating others with fairness and working towards the common good, enhancing your relationships and community connections. Temperance, or self-control, is what allows you to maintain balance and moderation, preventing the excesses that can derail even the most successful lives. By integrating these virtues into your daily actions, you forge a path that leads to a type of success that is both sustainable and deeply satisfying. This Stoic approach to living does not merely prepare you to handle life's challenges, but transforms how you perceive them, encouraging you to see obstacles as opportunities to practice and strengthen your virtues. So, how can you apply these Stoic principles to achieve personal success in today's world? Start by reflecting on your daily decisions and actions. Are they aligned with the virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance? When faced with a challenge, ask yourself whether you are acting out of fear or from courage. Evaluate your interactions with others. Are they just and fair? And in your pursuit of life's goals, are you maintaining the temperance needed to keep your passions and desires in check? Consider the story of John, a corporate executive whose career was defined by relentless pursuit of profit at all costs, until he encountered Stoicism. John realized that his success felt hollow because it lacked a deeper sense of purpose and contribution to society. By embracing Stoic virtues, particularly justice and temperance, he shifted his focus from personal gain to improving his employees' welfare and advocating for sustainable practices in his industry. This not only transformed his sense of accomplishment but also revitalized his enthusiasm for his work and deepened his relationships with colleagues. Let's encourage one another to think, are the measures of success we chase after truly enriching our lives? Or are they merely placeholders for the deeper virtues we ought to cultivate? Engage with these ideas, reflect on them, and share your journey towards a virtue-driven life in the comments below. As we adopt these ancient strategies into our modern lives, we find that the truest success comes from living a life congruent with our deepest values, truly a Stoic approach to personal achievement. As we wrap up today's exploration of Stoicism and the powerful concept of placing your values above the pursuit of external approval, I invite you to ponder the transformative potential of these ideas in your life. Envision the freedom and confidence you could gain by making this shift. I encourage you to adopt the Stoic practice of daily self-reflection to truly understand and evolve your actions and motivations. Let this be your first step toward a more genuine and satisfying life. If you found today's content insightful, please support our channel by liking this video and sharing your thoughts in the comments below. What changes are you considering after today's lesson? And if you haven't yet, remember to subscribe and turn on notifications for more empowering content right here on Stoic in Your Life. Let's continue this journey of growth and discovery together.